Once upon a time there was a baby unicorn named Starshine. She had a beautiful white coat that sparkled like diamonds. Her horn glowed yellow and her mane flowed like a rainbow. Starshine loved frolicking in the meadows near her home. She would gallop and leap, kick up her heels and toss her colorful mane. The other unicorns she lived with were happy too. They spent their days munching clover, splashing in the creek, and napping in the warm sunshine. At night, Starshine would lay beside her mother under the stars. Her mother would tell her stories about the constellations and sing her unicorn lullabies. Starshine felt safe and loved. But as Starshine grew older, she realized she was different from the other unicorns. They were content staying in their home valley forever. But Starshine yearned for adventure. She wanted to explore the forests, mountains, and rivers of the world beyond. One morning, Starshine decided to leave the only home she'd ever known. She packed a bag with maps, a magic compass, and her favorite books. Then she set off for a life of freedom and discovery. At first, Starshine was thrilled with her independence. She marched proudly through grassy fields filled with wild flowers. She stumbled upon baby raccoons playing in a hollow log and stopped to watch their game. And at night, she gazed in wonder at the shooting stars streaking the inky sky. But after several days on her own, Starshine started to feel lonely. She missed the affectionate nickers and whinnies of her fellow unicorns. She missed the wise voice of her mother recounting ancient legends. Without a herd to call her own, Starshine felt like she didn't belong anywhere. One twilight, as Starshine limped wearily down a gravel road, she heard a strange new sound. It was a loud, whooshing roar, like a fierce beast was headed her way. Starshine's eyes widened in terror as two bright lights appeared around a curve in the road. She planted her hooves, ready to bolt. But instead of a monster, a large metal carriage came squealing to a stop beside her. The carriage door opened, and out hopped a creature Starshine had never seen before. She had 2 legs, no horns, and fuzzy pink fur on her head. "You poor thing," the creature cried. "Are you lost?" The creature took Starshine to her home, a towering house surrounded by strange objects like Starshine had never seen. There were metal bins on wheels, a contraption with spinning clothes, and screens that showed moving pictures. The creature introduced herself as Maggie. She gave Starshine a bucket of sweet feed, let her sleep in the straw-filled barn, and brushed her coat and mane until they shone. For the first time in days, Starshine finally felt safe and cared for. After asking around, Maggie discovered that Starshine belonged to a traveling unicorn show. The show had passed through town weeks ago, but were due to return for the upcoming county fair. "Don't worry, Starshine," Maggie said. "I'll make sure you get back to your herd soon." In the meantime, Maggie introduced Starshine to all her farm animals, the chickens, cows, and playful goat named Lucy. To thank Maggie for her kindness, Starshine let all the children at the farm sit on her back and go for rides. She delighted in galloping around the pastures with the wind rippling through her rainbow mane. The children hugged Starshine's neck and crowed with joy over their new unicorn friend. The day the traveling unicorn show returned, all the farm animals gathered in Maggie's yard to say goodbye to Starshine. Lucy the goat had tears in her eyes. "We'll miss you so much," she sniffled. The chickens clucked their farewells. And Maggie wrapped her arms around Starshine's neck. "Thank you for taking care of me," Starshine said. "I'll never forget my adventures and new friends here." Then Starshine joined her fellow magical unicorns to continue traveling the kingdom in their circus. But she knew she always had a second home here on Maggie's farm. From then on, Starshine visited Maggie's farm whenever the traveling show passed through their valley. And Maggie would always stand at the fence waiting, smiling as the lovely unicorn galloped up, her rainbow mane and tail streaming behind her. The end.